Oh, good. Whatever day it is. I think it's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. To everyone out there in YouTube land, Chris from B&M Farms. Hi, guys. And today's mission is installing hydraulic pump onto antique tractor. Now, if money were no object, this would be, you know, Dick and Jane, a walk in the park. Or if time were no object, but needless to say, I have precious little of either. So, option one, my original plan was to pull that belt pulley completely off and set it in there crossways. That would be wonderful, but here's the upside of it is it's out of the way, it's protected, The downside of it is fuel tank is right above it, and the starter, you can see back in there on the other side, has to come out. Would ever have to come out, you'd be in a world of poop getting it out of there, because it's got to have about 3 inches of travel to come out of that socket. And if you look at this pump and tank assembly, you could put it with the tank over here, that facing the right side here where that pulley face is, and put the, obviously the electric motor would be on the other side. But then anytime you go to change the starter, or you would have to change the starter, you got to pull that entire assembly back out from in there to do it. Problem number two is you got to have some kind of a block off plate there for the hydraulics, because there's oil in there, and if you don't, you're going to be slinging oil and crap and crud everywhere. Okay, so that one's kind of gone by the wayside. Not to mention you got to pull the fuel tank, pull the hood, pull the exhaust, pull the air cleaner, you know, pull, and then reassemble this. And I'm trying to have this thing done by Wednesday. So, option two is to put it down in here. Now, I'm not a big fan of putting it down low, down in here on the axle tube. Yeah, it would work great, but in the wintertime, I put a heat houser on this thing. And the heat houser bolts down to there, where my finger is, right there. The back corner of it. Now, obviously, I could put the motor up here, put the pump in the back, but I got the axle, I got to watch out for my drawbar brackets over there, the big monstrosities. So that means it's going to have to sit out in this area, which isn't terrible, but down here again, the heat houser goes on back and actually has like a door on the back. So you got to worry about buckling it. And they don't, you know, it's an original International Harvester heat houser, so I really don't want to F it up any, you know, and, you know, bend it all up and all that crap. Now, option three would be to remove this flag stand here that I actually had for an umbrella, which I don't have anymore, and somehow or another make a plate over here to come out and mount the pump and the hydraulics up here. That would be nice because I could run my battery cables right in through here, right up to the battery. Easy peasy lemon squeezies. However, that is going to require a fair amount of fabrication and making brackets and etc., but it would work. And I'm thinking that's probably going to be the way we end up having to go with this. So I thought about actually putting it across the back here above the power takeoff. That would be great, except for everything in its dog is in the way back here already. And again, well, the heat houser comes clean back to about here, because it actually comes behind the seat. It encloses the seat. So we're back to about here with the heat houser. So it would actually be covered. So that is still an option. I just got to come up with I got to build a better mouse trap without ending up with just a smarter mouse. Can't put it on this side, because this is where you get in on and off the tractor. This is your point of ingress egress. Over here you can see what I'm dealing with the starter, because you got about that much room there. And basically, once you pull it out of there, you got to kick the starter up like that and come up with it to get the clearance, or kick it outwards. And with that, if I put the pump in there like we talked, that ain't gonna work. I can put it up front here, like, see how I got my toolbox there mounted? I'd be easy enough to make some brackets up here and do that right in that area. And that is an option, but I don't know. Then I'm going to have I mean, it is, when you look back in there, it's very cluttered already, so this might still be the best option just to keep from cluttering up the operator area any more than what it already is. So I'm going to study on this for a couple of minutes, see what I come up with, but that's what we're up against today. Have fun. It's beautiful. It's going to be 90 degrees today, and then it's supposed to start raining on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm thankful for that. Our corn's finally starting to come up, and we need the rain bad. Yeah, I got about 30 acres of cowpeas to get planted, but you know what? Those cowpeas ain't in the ground yet, and we'll get them there, but you know, I'll trade off planting the cowpeas for getting the rain. So everybody have a great Monday. There you go.